What's up, guys? Justin Morgan here, and I've got some footage from this week's Strongman competition for you. And you're looking at just a couple quick photos right now. I had some events that I did exceptionally well on. I had one event that I did exceptionally poorly on, and then like the one that you're getting ready to watch, a lot that I kind of just did mediocre on. So this was my first competition. I had 5 weeks to prepare for it. And I had never done a lot of this. I'd never done an axle bar clean and press. And all considering, I actually got 3 good lifts here. And this was actually pretty good comparatively. I think there was only a couple guys out of 8 in my weight class that did better than this. So that was, really good. Nothing to be ashamed of whatsoever with this particular lift. But you'll see my yoke walk in a second, and that one was not so favorable, and I'll talk a little bit more about that when it comes up. But this was tough. I was really out of breath. A lot of these events were just total body, really taxing events. So here I couldn't press that last rep out with the thing, and I was running out of time anyway. So after they hit the clock, here's the yoke walk. This was one I kind of made. I used my squat stands and tried to make my own yoke, and it really did not simulate this very well. It was shaking around a lot, and you'll see on the way back I changed my grip, and it helped out a lot, but by that point I was already so fatigued that I really just didn't have the strength to get it going really well. So this was the only event I think that I really just bombed out on and didn't do very well. And you can see me like going all over the place there. And the guy that you can see there with the mohawk, his name is Aaron. He's actually the one who put the event on. Afterwards, he said something to me about the way I changed my grip. He said, yeah, if you would have started out like that, it would have gone a lot better. And which obviously I agree. I obviously did a lot better on the way back down after I was really fatigued and worn out than I did on the way up when I was fresh. So it's just a learning process. I had never actually gotten to train on a real yoke, so it's just, the way it goes. This event is the Farmer's Hold. This really worked my traps pretty good. I was a little bit worried about how I would do in this particular event because the way that I was training it was really difficult at home, and I could only hold it for like maybe 10-15 seconds. But when it actually came to the event here, I did much better. And I actually didn't do too bad in this one at all. So it's really just a grip thing. That is 200 pounds in each hand, so 400 pounds total. And the only goal of the event is grip strength, pretty much. You just hold the implement and stand for as long as possible. I think total I got 49 seconds was what went in the books. And Mike Vlasaty, I think his weight class used, I can't remember what exactly the weight was. He was in the super lightweight. I was just in the lightweight category. Yes, 200 pounds in Strongman is the lightweight category. But overall, this event I actually didn't feel too bad about. I was just pretty overall mediocre. I think that the top of my weight class got 1 minute and 1 second, and I got 49 seconds. So I was just kind of in the middle there. No big deal, I guess. This is actually a new event that has not been done in the United States before. It was from if you've ever watched the documentary Iceland, the Strongmen of Iceland or something like that, it features Magnum Vermagnusson's gym, and he is a competitive strongman, and he runs the gym. And this was another event I was pretty average on. I did pretty much the same that a lot of other guys did. I neither, hit the top of my weight class, and I was not the slowest. I didn't have, or the shortest distance. I was just pretty average. So I felt pretty good about the event overall, but, and this was the one I actually did pretty well in, the keg over bar. I used a very different technique, I think, than anybody else in the competition. A lot of them were grabbing the bottom of the keg at one side and the top at the other, and trying to just hoist it over without going into the bottom. And I think going all the way down and then shooting out of the bottom of the movement helped me some. I think I could train it a lot more and get it a lot better, but this was probably the best event of all of them that I personally did. So I didn't win this event either. I didn't win any part of the whole competition. But it was my first competition, and most of the guys there were guys that trained at Strongman gyms. So they spend their year just training Strongman in addition to whatever normal lifting. And when they do lift, it's to help prepare themselves for Strongman. So as you saw a picture back there, I spent the weekend with Mike Vlasaty, and we had a good time. Nobody as normal came up and talked to me about being a vegan. They just kind of, but my wife told me that some people she did hear them making comments going, look at that guy in the vegan shirt there, the vegan muscle team guy. And so, you know, it's always good to make an impact. I am a fan of, you know, showing people what it is that vegans can be just as strong and muscular as anyone else, and that I don't necessarily have to have these huge conversations and convince people. So I am happy that people would rather take a look and be impacted by it than that I have to go up and try to like evangelically like witness to them about it. So I'm happy with that. Hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you soon.